show you how to fry a simple piece of pan trout whiting. This is the last piece of our delicious fish. And after this presentation, I will show you how to do this magnificent pan trout fish. This is Sandra. I want to tell you how to eat it, and thank you for coming to my channel and watching what I do. All right, in the South, what we do, we usually get a pan trout like this and put it on a hamburger bun or maybe some light bread, and we add a lot of hot sauce. A lot of hot sauce on it like that, y'all. And you don't have to have no fries with it if you want to. Put a lot of hot sauce on it. And we put the top back on there like that. I got the bottom on the wrong side, y'all. And we do it like that with the hot sauce on both sides now. And that's how we have our pan trout. Mostly with a sandwich like this. And we bite it. It's good. Tasteful. My good taste. Love it. It's wonderful, y'all. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. This is how it looks, y'all. I'll show you how to fix this right here. This is wonderful. After this presentation, I'll show you how to make a good fried pan trout, step by step. Miss Sandra, I want to tell you how to eat it, and thank you for coming to my channel. Sandra. Hi, this is Sandra. I'm here again with another recipe, and this recipe is just a simple recipe. A lot of people do not know how to fry fish. It's an easy thing to fry, and I'm going to show you how I fry mine. I always get the pan trout, or you can get any orange roughy, or you get in brims, you can get in a bluegill. Any fish that you desire to fry, you can use this method. I always get the whiting. This is the whiting, and it's a mild tasting fish, but it's delicious to me. It's mostly used in the South. It's called whitings, but it's really called pan trout. But it's a whiting. See, it's a whiting fillets. And you can get this in whole, you can get it in a whole fish, and you can slice it, or you can dice it, and, you know, not dice it, but, you know, cut it in little cubes, or whatever you want to do with it. You can do that. But this fish right here is what I'm going to use to show you how to fry some pan trout. Now, I like to use this Louisiana fish fry. This right here, I've been using this for years. When I had my restaurant, I used it, but it got so expensive, I made my own breading up. But I'm not going to do it now since I'm not in that big restaurant like I was. So now I'm just going to use this because this is what I copied my recipe off. So what I want to do is pour this in this empty plate, just like this. Pour it in there, just like that. Now, you have to season your fish real good. You have to do that because that's what makes the fish taste real good. You have to season it. So I'm going to have to get another bowl up here and show you what I'm talking about. Okay? We're going to push this to the side and I'm going to show you. Now, I got water in this right here. Water is what I use to help it bind. I'm just going to fry 2 pieces of fish and show you how I do it. Now, I like to use one hand with some cayenne pepper, like using one hand with cayenne pepper. Now, you can use any spice you want. Like I always tell you, you can use any spice. Any season, whatever you like, you can put on there. And that's what it takes. You have to put what you want on your season. Now, I'm using cayenne pepper and I'm using Cajun season. I'm using this Creole season and Cajun season. It's about the same, but I'm using the Cajun. I'm using the Cajun season. And then I'm going to use some black pepper, some salt. Just like this. And you want it to be seasoned real good. And then I'm going to use some rosemary. I like rosemary, and it gives it a good taste. You can get rosemary leaves, rosemary sprigs from the garden, and fry it with your fish. So what I'm going to show you right now is how I'm going to mix this together. And it's all seasoned. I'm going to mix it together just like this in this cornmeal. Just like this. I'm going to cover it up real good. Now you can let this sit in the refrigerator for a minute or two if you like. So I'm just going to cover it up real good, just like this. See, just cover it up just real good. And see how the water helps it heave to that dark side? Just like that. Now if you want it extra crunchy, you can add it back into this season, just like this. Just like that, back into this season. And you add it back to the breading. And let it sit for a while. Just like this. Back into the bread, back into the batter. And you can turn it over just like that and let it kind of concentrate a little bit. Just like that. Now, a good breading is real good for your fish to have that crunchiness to it. So what you're doing now is going to let this sit for a minute or two, and we're going to show you how we're going to fry it when we come right back, okay? Alright, as you can see, I have the fish coated very well. This is what you want, so it can be coated very well. You're going to do it just like this. I'm just frying just a little, 2 pieces. You place it in the oil just like that. And you let it fry by itself. That's all you do. Now we're going to finish doing these right here. They already coated and seasoned. You let these fry, excuse me, just like that. You want to have a good fry, a good sear. And when it starts turning real brown on the edges, then you know that the fish is ready. When it starts turning brown right in there, so you're just going to let this fry. It's sort of like a medium-high temperature, medium-high. And I'm going to coat this. We're just going to keep it kind of wet and seasoned. And we're just going to add some more breaded mix to it. So you're just going to use that little wet. You have to have a little wet to it, y'all. Just a little wet to make sure that it get coated real good. So we're going to add some more cornmeal batter. Just like that. And we'll be back when these get through frying. So I'm going to show you how to do it one more time so that you can have a great piece of fish. This whiting is, like I said, really good and really famous in Mississippi and the South. It's a cheaper fish, and people like it for sandwiches or like it just fried. Now, I never baked it. I never did bake it. I always fry it, you know, deep fried or whatever. When I get the whole ones, I cut them like that way in chunks and deep fry them like that. Now, like I said, you can put rosemary in this. You can put any season you like. If you want Italian taste, you put Italian taste to it. But the mostly taste they use is just really black pepper and salt and cayenne pepper. That's what most of they season the fish with. So we're going to let this sit for a minute and let it penetrate the flesh, the batter, the breading concentrate inside the fish like that. Let it sit like that. This is about ready to turn over, but we'll be right back and show you. We're going to let it fry about another 4 minutes and we'll turn it over. Be right back. All right, it's ready to turn over. So we're going to turn it over just like this. See how that looks? That looks really good, y'all. Look at that. That's some fried fish. And we're going to let that cook. And it's going to cook about maybe 5 minutes on this side. And we'll be ready to eat our fish. And this little crumbs like this, you can take them out so they won't get your grease darkened. Take those out like that. I needed something else to take it out with. Just like that. Take it out so it won't grease, so it won't burn the grease. Don't that look good? That would be great with a sandwich, wouldn't it? That's why I'm going to make a sandwich with mine, y'all. I like to use this hot sauce. I found this hot sauce. And it's Louisiana Supreme habanero pepper sauce. So it tastes pretty good. I like it. I don't use a lot of it. I need to get some more. It was on $1 aisle and it was very good. So what we're doing is letting our fish fry. Now see how simple that is? The simple thing to do is season your fish first. With any season you want, I put cayenne pepper, put black pepper, I put salt, I put Cajun season, and I put rosemary on mine. And then I use Louisiana fish fry breading. And I soak my fish in water. And then I put it in a bowl to flip it over in the season. And then put it back in the breading. And then put it back in the season to get a little crust on it. And that's how I do my fish. And it's simple. And you just fry it. Look how we fried it. Just very gentle. Not over frying. Just in a little frying pan. And look how it's moving around. Easy way to do any fish. You could do a whole bass. You know the little fish that looks like your hand. And they just cut it in the middle. And then they take the little stuff it out of the fish. And they scale it and they fry the whole fish with the eyes, the scale, with the eyes and the gills, and yeah, you could do that in this too. Okay, this is about ready. See that? Look at that. It's about ready. And we're gonna show you what it looks like when we get through with the other fish. All right, we're gonna take it out and drain it on paper towels, just like this. Drain it and put it on paper towels, just like that. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to make sure that we take this breading that's off of there, out of the skillet, because we don't want it to turn brown and make the other fish brown. Because this has a tendency to brown, and it makes it too brown, and it kind of make a bitter taste to your fish. We're going to drain the fish. We're going to drain the oil, and we'll be right back. All right, we drained the oil out the pan and we pour it back in. This little crumbs will burn and make your fish taste bitter, and you don't want that. And we're gonna let this heat up again. When it heat up again, then we put our fish back in. This is what the end result looks like. This fish is delicate, tastes good, and it's very, very good. I love this type of fish. And I want you to try it. It's called whiting. Maybe you can find sea bass in your grocery store. Mostly I get mine at Kroger's. And Kroger's might have the whiting there that you might can try and see if you like the fish. And I love it. It's a southern classic, and I believe you'll love it. They used to call it pan trout, but it's really called whiting fillets. Okay, this is about ready, so we're going to put the rest of it in.